20 crazy things from the past that would get you in trouble today. The U.S. Patent Office has seen a lot of wacky ideas through its history. But what's even more hysterical is that a lot of these crazy ideas were actually granted patents. Let's take a look at some of the wildest of them. From a hat with a parachute to a douche for breasts. No, really? They'll all have your jaw hitting the floor. Flying machine. It's hard to tell if perhaps he was inspired by Abbas ibn Firnas, who fashioned himself some wings back in the 9th century. Or maybe it came to him in a dream. But there was definitely something that made Reuben Spalding want to spread his man-made wings and fly like an eagle. In 1889, he patented his flying machine that consisted of a balloon and bird-like wings. According to the original Birdman himself, the idea was to create a simple and rather inexpensive apparatus to let people travel through the air. Well, I definitely wouldn't mind getting my hands on that device to fly over traffic every day on my commute to work. Diving apparatus. Alright, before you ask any questions, no, it's not a Tin Man Halloween costume. And it's not a Cyberman from Doctor Who either. This is actually a model of a metal diving suit designed back in 1881 by Stephen M. Tasker. And why would anyone want to put on a heavy suit of armor when they're diving into the depths of the ocean? Well, the idea was to keep the underwater pressure from crushing the diver. There was also a central tube for air to flow in and out of, and a rope harness to move the diver up and down. Imagine going diving these days, and instead of seeing a beautiful array of underwater life, you run into this dude. Racing monkey harness. A little monkey jockey racing on the back of a greyhound is not a scene from some Narnia movie. This actually happened in the 1930s. Boy, this list just got really bizarre. Monkey jockeys, it's even weird to say, trained by Loretta and Charles David, raced for peanuts. The Davids traveled all over the country with their little show, and it was a pretty big hit. It even spread to Australia and Mexico. In 1933, Rennie Renfro revolutionized the game by designing a special harness and support system for the monkeys to be able to race comfortably and safely like real pros. Okay, I'm gonna need a ticket to a monkey race like ASAP. I just have to see this in real life. Improved fire escape. Now, you look at most buildings and see the zigzag of the fire escapes and really think nothing of it. But you've probably never thought about life before their appearance. People in the past were scratching their heads, trying to come up with innovative ways to help people escape from burning buildings. One such innovation came in 1879 with Benjamin Oppenheimer's parachute hat. Yeah, it consisted of a headpiece with a wax cloth parachute around 4 to 5 feet in diameter that would simply allow a person to jump out of a burning building. To top off this fashionable look was what can only be described as poofy clown shoes that were supposed to guarantee a safe landing. Wow, I just can't help wondering if this was the improved version, what the heck came before it? Life indicator coffin. Well, we all have our secret phobias. Some people can't take off in an airplane without having a panic attack. Others cry at the sight of a spider. Apparently, John Kirschbaum was terrified at the thought of being accidentally buried alive, or at least he wanted to save other people who found themselves in this grave situation anyway. Because in 1882, he designed and patented a coffin with a life indicator. The person, buried by mistake, could rotate some handles to move a dial above the ground so that everyone would know they were still alive. Oops. It would also let in airflow. Hey, it's good to know you always have a chance even if you're buried alive, right? Right? Eye protectors for chickens. Chicken glasses, chicken specs, chicken goggles, whatever you want to call them. It won't make them any less awesome. In 1903, Andrew Jackson Jr. designed these pectacles, to be made out of celluloid or aluminum in order to prevent chickens' eyes from being pecked out by more aggressive hens. Wow, how thoughtful of him to be concerned about these poor chickens' visions. Maybe a better name would be hen-pecked spectacles. You spect? Rocking bathtub. Back in the Victorian era, people used to believe that hydrotherapy could cure just about anything. So Otto Hensel decided to go one step further by designing the rocking bath in 1900. It would splash the healing water all over the bather, kind of like the waves of the sea. To prevent the water from spilling over the side of the tub, the device was equipped with a neck drape. I don't know about this one. Gives me creepy half-man, half-bathtub vibes, to be honest. Saluting device. The same probably can't be said about people today, but the bright minds at the turn of the century cared a lot about manners. James C. Boyle even patented a saluting device back in 1896 that allowed a gentleman to raise his hat without using his hands while bowing. "Good day, sir. Don't mind my magical self-rising hat, sir. Jolly, jolly." Baseball catcher. You would think it was some sort of torture device or spine-straightening tool, but it's actually not. Meet the baseball catching device. Brought to you by James E. Bennett in 1904. The wire cage was supposed to replace the catcher's mitt, so the pitched ball would land right in the cage and then pass through a chute to be shot back into the game. This is a great idea. Playing baseball with all the catching and throwing, just standing there, chilling in your birdcage? Sign me up. Animal trap. Rat trap maker John Williams must have really hated these rodents. Otherwise, what would make him patent an animal trap containing a loaded gun? It was supposed to shoot when the animal took the bait and triggered the lever. It would also sound an alarm so that the owner could reset it. Like the sound of the gun is not enough? This trap would clearly fail to win popularity today. So cruel. You can't shoot an unarmed rat. Well, we're halfway through the list. Have any of these old inventions blown your mind yet? Let us know in the comments below. Moving on. Initiation device. Now, why would someone in their right mind need a goat riding device? Because there is nothing, okay, almost nothing, you wouldn't do to pass your fraternity initiation. So, in 1909, Ulysses de Molin patented a goat model to ride. And it was a pretty rambunctious one for its time, jerking and moving unpredictably. So you can keep your fancy mechanical bulls. We'll take this goat riding thing any day. Surgical appliance. Jonas E. Heiser was obviously worried about male patients in mental asylums. You see, masturbation was considered a cause for insanity at the turn of the century. So, to prevent this act, Heiser designed this abstinence belt in 1911. According to the creator, it could be worn with reasonable comfort. Now, I don't know what world you were living in, Mr. Heiser, but how can this be anything close to comfortable? Grasping fork. Oh, I thought that was the last one. Never mind. Do you ever have trouble trying to get hold of those slippery pickles? Well then, you should probably check back with Mr. Heiser. Nah. Anyways, I feel your pain, and so did Roswell Turner. Back in 1882, he designed a device with a spring mechanism that set the fork in action, all just to make it easier to satisfy your pickle cravings. I can't believe this one didn't catch on. Ladder gripping attachment for shoes. According to the inventor, Edmund Dennis, the ladder gripping attachment was designed for aerial athletes, specifically those doing theatrical stunts. This is because the circus was a big thing back in 1913, and this attachment was supposed to make performers' lives easier and safer. I bet Cirque du Soleil would be all over this one. Hey, they could market it as Cirque du Soleil Souls. What do you think? Creeping baby doll. No, it's creeping, although creepy probably describes it better. It's a, quote, very amusing toy produced at a small cost, end quote, in the words of the 1871 invention's creator, Robert J. Clay. What looks like the Terminator's baby was actually a clockwork doll that moved like a crawling child on wheels. Anyone else thinking of Sid from Toy Story? Yeah. One-wheeled device. In 1885, John Otto Luce patented a unicycle for real gentlemen. The rider would sit inside the large wheel, equipped with an umbrella to keep him dry in the rain. He could even ride and smoke at the same time. Wait a minute, that's multitasking. You can get a ticket for that. Jack-o'-lantern helmet. They're a blast to carve for Halloween. They're so cool when you put the burning candle inside them. So, why not just put all of this on our head? Well, that seemed to be John Duquette's reasoning when he decided to patent his jack-o'-lantern helmet back in 1903. The candle would be fixed inside a paper helmet and lit for parades, masquerade balls, and carnivals. Man, that's a high stupid tax right there. Now, this burning, obviously, caused many concerns among health and safety administrators. At least they were in their right minds. Smoke-excluding mask. Are you tired of dealing with secondhand smoke? Well, just put on this Darth Vader-looking mask and you're good to go. It was actually designed to help people safely escape burning buildings and for firefighters to safely enter them if need be. But you know, throw it on the next time you're in a room full of smokers. Why not? Cork swimming suit. Avant-garde 1882 swimming fashion? Or was it more about safety? You decide. Okay, actually it was about safety. This swimming suit made of mesh with small pieces of cork all over was invented to allow swimmers to float in the water. It was also meant to give them full freedom of motion. Never mind the swimmer became attracted to wine bottles for some reason. If you ever happen to see someone wearing this masterpiece, don't ask about the designer. Pascal Plant is the name. Don't forget it. Breast douche apparatus. Really? Apparently, Frenchman Alexis Mantelet liked his ladies to have squeaky clean tatas since he invented this breast douche apparatus in 1910. It was pretty simple, consisting of a breast cupping contraption with a hose that could attach to a faucet for easy bosom cleaning. Mantelet promised the users to get desired results without shock or undue chill. I just don't understand. Hands. What about hands? Did he not know that women have hands which can easily reach their own breasts? What a boob. So, which of these inventions do you think is the craziest? Share your impressions in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, show it by giving us a like. If this video gets 50,000 likes, we'll make another one on the same topic. Subscribe to our channel not to miss any updates. And join us on the bright side of life.